Howdy. I love it, love it. Welcome to the Bush School of Government and Public Service graduation celebration for our summer class of 2023. I'm Frank Ashley, the acting dean of the Bush School as of about a week, and I'm honored to lead you in celebrating our doctoral and master's candidates. We welcome our guests of honors seated right here, our candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy and Political Science, and our candidates for the Executive Master of Public Service and Administration. Thank you for being here so we can celebrate your achievements. Joining us here on stage recognizing our students' compliments of earning their degrees are members of our Bush School leadership team. Please stand and be recognized when I introduce you. Dr. Guy Whitten, Professor and Head of the Political Science Department. And Dr. Lori Taylor, Professor and Head of the Public Service and Administration Department. Here at the Bush School, we have a dedicated team of individuals who stand committed to student success and committed to student achievement. We truly have a great team of faculty who are talented scholars, professionals, and truly experts in their field. They set the bar of excellence for our students and helped them to be successful. If you're a faculty member of the Bush School, please stand and be recognized. Additionally, we extend thanks to our Bush School staff. Each staff member plays an important role in everything from admissions to registration to setting up events just like this one and making sure students turn in their degree plans on time so they can graduate. You guys know what I'm talking about. To our staff, please stand and be recognized. Finally, there's one very last important group we want to include. That's the families and the friends and the loved ones of our degree candidates. They've supported you wholeheartedly. They've given you encouragement, and they've made sacrifices just for you. Degree candidates, would you please stand and give your family and friends a standing ovation? For those of you visiting Texas A&M campus and the Bush School for the first time, we warmly welcome you here. Our students are called Aggies here at A&M, and our official greeting in Aggieland is howdy, like I screamed when I first got up here. For those of you who know and love Aggieland, welcome home. Let me tell you a little bit about the Bush School of Government and Public Service. Our school's namesake is the 41st President of the United States, President George H.W. Bush. At Texas A&M and the Bush School, we continually remember and honor his vision of leadership and public service for a better future. George H.W. Bush believed that public service is a noble calling. Our vision following our namesake is to inspire excellence in the noble calling of public service, to educate leaders, to empower and equip them to meet the challenges of a dynamic world. We explore and contribute to knowledge, building and innovation through problem solving and excellence in research and practice. And we engage with our communities, the nation, the world through our lifelong commitment to public service. George H.W. Bush once stated, "In 100 years, I hope it will be said that from our school came generation after generation of people who are committed to public service for the right reasons. They believe that public service is noble, and they believe that they can make a difference." Our graduate candidates, these individuals sitting right here in front of you, are making that vision of public service a reality. And guys, we really thank you for it. We thank you for living and embodying the noble calling of public service and the dedicated commitment and excellence so envisioned by George H.W. Bush, our 41st President of the United States. And as indicative of the leadership of our 41st President, the Bush School students have the opportunity to pursue the Dean's Leadership Certificate, if they so choose. The Dean's Leadership Certificate is designed to enhance students' leadership skills and strengths. It requires formal education and training in the form of coursework and program workshops, self-study and assessments that include personalized feedback and individualized leadership development planning, and experiential learning activities with involvement in extracurricular activities, events, and service projects. Would like to take a moment to congratulate and recognize 2 Masters of Public Service and Administration degree candidates in the executive program who earned the Dean's Leadership Certificate this year. Will you please stand when I call your name, and then remain standing, please. Joseph Ortiz. John Yell. Congratulations to our Dean's Leadership Certificates Awards. You may be seated. Degree candidates, we're excited to recognize and celebrate your achievement today. You've worked hard for this moment and made sacrifices along the way to reach your goal. We're honored to highlight your success today. And now at this time, I invite Dr. Guy Whitten, head of the Political Science Department, to the podium to present the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy and Political Science degree.
The PhD program in political science emphasizes theoretical and methodological rigor and is designed to train applied social scientists for careers in research. To this end, the program mandates that all students complete a common core of applied formal theory and statistical modeling coursework in addition to the general substantive requirements. Though malleable apart from this core sequence, the program requirements are designed to give all students 3 things. 1, a firm grasp of the general field of political science. 2, a sophisticated understanding of the theoretical and methodological foundations of the discipline. And 3, a thorough familiarity with the literature and intellectual problems of the fields each student chooses to emphasize. All fields of study involve the role of incentives, institutions, and strategies in the aggregation of preferences and ultimately the allocation of resources. Major fields of study mirror the disciplinary norms: American politics, comparative politics, international relations, political theory, and public administration/public policy. Additionally, all students must declare 2 minor fields. The defining characteristics of our PhDs are adaptability and the capacity for continuous learning. Rather than training our students to answer particular questions, we train them to ask interesting and novel questions. In addition to training our students particular methodologies, we teach them how to teach themselves new methodologies. As a result, our alumni most often become productive research professors, though they possess the skills to be successful in a wide array of public and private careers. We've asked one of our outstanding students to speak with us today. I would like to invite to the podium the president of our political science graduate student group, Mr. Sam Sharman, to share from the student's perspective a little more about the experiences, the challenges, and the rigor of being a doctoral student at Texas A&M University in the Political Science Department of the Bush School.
Well, thank you, Dr. Whitten, for the opportunity to speak today. Entering my 4th year in our political science PhD program, I can certainly attest to Dr. Whitten's description of reward and rigor. Our training requires both breadth and depth of knowledge. We began our coursework with seminars in political behavior and political institutions, maybe the two broadest categories of our field. In our second and third years, we focus on 2 or 3 major subfields. We take introductions to our subfields and seminars in specific topics. Throughout our coursework, we develop the technical skills both for developing arguments and testing arguments. Few programs in political science demand and create the same proficiency in either facet, much less both. Our various tasks and duties extend beyond our classes and our dissertations. PhD students serve critical roles in our department's functioning. PhD students work as teaching assistants for our largest undergraduate classes and our core PhD courses. In our 5th year, we work as instructors of record, running our own undergraduate classes. We also work as research assistants, providing vital support for our faculty's research and publications. Often, research assistants grow into research partners, both during and after our time in the program. As political scientists, our ultimate goal is to produce our own research and contribute to the broader knowledge of political science. Our work as researchers begins before we write our dissertations and even outside of our classes. Research begins with exploring data, reading new articles, and simply talking with each other about our ideas. Writing papers is a core part of our lives, not merely assignments to finish. Really, PhD students have 3 jobs. We're students, we're teachers, and we're researchers, often at the same time. Situating our interest and our research depends on the work that we do outside of class to build the knowledge and skills from our coursework. It is a challenging path, but an incredibly rewarding one. One of our graduating PhD students, Ali Kagawala, is here today. Ali grew up and attended high school in Chennai, India. Since then, Ali has spent his entire college career at Texas A&M, earning his BS in political science in 2016. His work has already been published in the American Political Science Review, one of our field's top journals, and is forthcoming in another prestigious publication, the Journal of Politics, among other published work. And we are lucky to have Ali stay with us for the next year at Texas A&M as a postdoctoral fellow. As a political methodologist, Ali is an expert in using statistical models to analyze politics, with a specialty in statistical models for time series data. His dissertation addresses, both in theory and in practice, core challenges of working with time series that political scientists have confronted for decades. In our department, standing out as a methodologist is a very difficult feat. Our faculty includes some of the finest political methodologists in the world, and in turn we produce our own incredible political methodologists. Many of our PhD students will spend a third of their coursework dedicated to learning methods and are constantly on the cutting edge. Nonetheless, Ali truly stands out. As a testament to his ability, Ali in spring 2023 was a co-instructor for the graduate level course Modeling Politics in Time and Space, or as we simply call it, Time and Space. Teaching a graduate course is already a very rare achievement for a PhD student, and Time and Space is one of our department's signature offerings. Choosing Ali as a co-instructor is a singular testament to the faculty's belief in his ability, and as one of his students in that course, I will confirm that their belief was fully justified. It is an honor to be a part of celebrating his achievements today.
Thank you for those comments, Sam. As you can see, the path to a doctoral degree is an exciting, challenging, yet rewarding path, and that is why it is my great honor to recognize and celebrate our Doctor of Philosophy and Political Science candidate who has excelled in meeting all doctoral degree requirements to earn a PhD in political science from the Bush School of Government and Public Service at Texas A&M. We have 3 candidates who graduated this summer and 1 who was able to join us today in this celebration. Dr. Ashley, faculty, and guests, I have the honor of presenting the following student who is a candidate for graduating with the Doctor of Philosophy in Political Science.
Ali Kagawala.
Congratulations to all who have completed the requirements for the degree of the Doctor of Philosophy. At this time, I invite Lori Taylor, head of the Public Service and Administration Department, to the podium to present the candidates for the Executive Master of Public Service and Administration degree.
Howdy. Okay. The Master of Public Service and Administration degree prepares principled leaders who have the critical skills, knowledge, and expertise to lead in the public service field. The MPSA and Executive MPSA programs develop in-depth advanced skills in public leadership, critical thinking, problem solving, and evaluative methods. The program requires a rigorous course of study totaling 48 graduate credit hours for students in our residence program and 39 graduate credit hours plus substantial prior experience for students in our online executive program. We celebrate those online executive program graduates today. They were exposed to all aspects of public service, but quickly chose to focus on a specific degree track, specializing in public management, nonprofit management, or homeland security. For every student, the MPSA program culminates in a 2-semester capstone experience that seeks to integrate what students have learned in their other classes in the context of an applied team project on behalf of a public agency or nonprofit client. The students review relevant literature, formulate a research design, collect and analyze data, prepare briefing documents, prepare presentation materials, and make a final presentation to their clients. This graduating class all worked on the same project, a nonprofit solution to a government and market failure, the Gary Sinise Foundation's approach to assisting families of fallen first responders. The faculty from the Department of Public Service and Administration are extremely and justifiably proud of the work our students have done on behalf of the Gary Sinise Foundation. Today, we celebrate our EMPSA candidates who have excelled in meeting all master's degree requirements. We appreciate their perseverance, dedication, and the professionalism in the face of many challenges. We honor each of these candidates who have further developed the in-depth and advanced knowledge, skills, and expertise to earn a Master of Public Service and Administration degree from Texas A&M University. Dean Welsh, faculty and guests, Dean Ashley, faculty and guests, I have the honor of presenting the following students who are candidates for graduating with a Master of Public Service and Administration degree.
Vanessa Danielle Bauman. Nolan Bretthauer. Kelly McCann Burnett. Rebecca Espinosa Mundell. Blake E. Irving. James Kenneth Johnson, Jr. Imonti Means. Joseph Francisco Ortiz. Jason D. Sheets. Clay Thompson. John Yell.
Congratulations to all who have completed the requirements for the Master of Public Service and Administration degree. Let's give them another round of applause. And now I am pleased to invite to the podium Rebecca Espinoza Mundell for the presentation of the Silver Star Award.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am so honored I get to announce this next award, because without this person, our time here at the Bush School would not have been the same. Each graduating semester, students select and recognize a deserving and outstanding faculty member with the Silver Star Award. The Silver Star Award is presented to a faculty member for outstanding service and dedication to student success. This year, the recipient that was chosen embodies every characteristic of what makes a great leader. He is kind, caring, thoughtful, honest, intelligent, dedicated, engaged, and made himself available to any of us, rain or shine, day or night, and yes, even in the middle of a winter Texas cold front. He is reliable, consistent, firm but fair, gracious, and has a way with his students that challenges us all to want to be and do better. In the words of President John Quincy Adams, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Furthermore, what makes this individual a great leader is his passion for education, and as someone who was raised by two amazing teachers, my Popo Cruz and my mom, the bar is set pretty high. This professor lives up to the Japanese proverbs that better than 1,000 days of diligent study is one day with a great teacher. I am grateful this individual has been a part of our education. And I don't want to speak for everyone else, but I know for me, it has been an absolute honor to have had the opportunity to learn from this professor, and thanks to his influence, has allowed me to truly fall back in love with learning. He has inspired everyone that is graduating today. And because of him, we will be ready to take on the world. This professor has instilled in us, not only through his lessons, but most importantly, by his example, a level of confidence regarding how to critically think, pursue truth, and lean into the hard situations with refinement. Going forward, when we as a class find ourselves lost, frustrated, anxious, or even overwhelmed, we simply have to ask ourselves, what would Dr. Bryan do? How would he handle this? What would he suggest? Dr. Bryan Nakamura, your impact will continue to live on in all of us graduating today, and all the future generations that have the privilege to learn and grow from you. So without further ado, it is my privilege and great honor to now invite Dr. Bryan Nakamura to step up to the podium to receive the Summer Class of 2023 Faculty Silver Star Award.
And before he slips away, please join me in congratulating Dr. Nakamura for his promotion to Associate Professor of Practice.
Wow. Kind words and thoughtful words, and it is just truly an honor and a pleasure to share the class with you, but more importantly, to share this accomplishment with all of you and go out and change the world. Do what you do best, which is what you all have been doing for the last few years during your studies, because it's just a perfect opportunity to make a difference, and all of you have made a difference in my life. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Nakamura. I invite Dr. Frank Ashley, Acting Dean of the Bush School, to come forward to the podium and introduce the summer class of 2023 graduation celebration speaker.
Thank you. Each graduation celebration, the Bush School graduating students select one individual to serve as the class speaker. The student selected demonstrates outstanding academics and leadership throughout their master's program. This year, we're honored to recognize Executive Master of Public Service and Administration candidate Vanessa Baumann as our Summer of 2023 graduation class speaker. Ms. Vanessa Baumann is the Senior Coordinator of Marketing and Communications for the Gary Sinise Foundation. She directs all external communications on behalf of the foundation and provides services to our defenders, veterans, first responders, their families, and those in need. Before working for the Gary Sinise Foundation, she served as Director of Veterans Affairs Compliance at Auburn University, where she directed all military-affiliated student enrollment services. She's the co-founder of the Auburn Military Veterans Foundation, a nonprofit organization providing emergency grants, mentorship, and professional networking for its representatives. She also currently serves as a policy liaison with Student Veterans of America. Previously, Vanessa served as a board member for the National Association of Veterans Programs Administrators, concurrently serving on both education and legislative committees. Before beginning her career in higher education in 2014, she earned her bachelor's in exercise physiology from Valdosta State University, her master's in biomechanics from Auburn University, and worked as a biomechanist for a biomechanical engineering company. And she's now a degree candidate for the Executive Masters of Public Service and Administration with a track in public management here in the Bush School. Upon completion, Vanessa will continue her work with veterans by educating and assisting congressional leaders on program intricacies and implementation effects when developing the VA regulations and policies governing GI Bill programs. She's married to a combat veteran who served 17 years in the United States Marines. Kyle and Vanessa have 2 kids and reside in Orlando, Florida, where she enjoys endurance running and is a proud mom to her rescued pit bull named Rube? Okay, French. We welcome our Summer 2023 graduation class speaker to the stage, Ms. Vanessa Baumann.
Howdy. Howdy. Thank you, Acting Dean Dr. Ashley, my fellow students, professors, and staff at the Bush School who are here and who made these last 2 years incredibly memorable. It is a true privilege to be chosen amongst my peers to deliver this commencement speech. I am truly grateful for this opportunity and to be here with each of you today. Standing in front of you all, I look back and I reflect on the 2-year legacy that we have made together, and I must say, I'm nothing but proud of our accomplishments, and I hope President Bush is looking down on each of us and he feels the same. My name is Vanessa Bauman Venable. Most of my life has been in public service, whether I knew it or not. I grew up in a family of public servants. I come from several generations of police, fire, and military members galore, and thanks to experiential learning, I quickly learned the importance of service before self. Not only did I watch my parents and grandparents run into danger to protect both our communities and our country, but also my husband, who served 17 years and 3 combat tours in the United States Marine Corps to protect the very freedoms we have today. Our school's namesake, our 41st president, George H.W. Bush, led a life that is filled with public service, from being a naval aviator during World War II to holding the seat of commander-in-chief and many, many more in between. Both his philosophy and core values are what drew me into this program and are a legacy that I'm honored to be a part of. I realize its frequent usage in times like these, but President Bush's quote of public service struck me to my core since the very first day I walked into the doors of the Bush School. Public service is a noble calling, and we need men and women of character to believe that they can make a difference in their communities, their states, and in their country. Texas A&M's Bush School of Government and Public Service aims to instill the values of hard work, dedication, and ethical public service into each and every individual who walks through their doors. The leadership skills gained throughout the program, both inside and outside of the classroom, result in real-world, meaningful projects and lifelong friendships and collaboration. As we aim to lead such a life, there are 4 pillars that I'm personally led by to give direction to my public service journey. I hope that these can have some effect on you and give you guidance as you continue down your path towards a noble calling. Philosophy number 1, dream big. My personal favorite quote that has followed me throughout my journey is the following from Walt Disney. All of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. To achieve great things, we must dare to dream big and to be bold enough to pursue them. If we only have the vision and simply let those dreams go, we are left with the thoughts of what might have been. Following your dreams can be both exciting and terrifying. Persist and persuade others around you about your plans because they are as real as you will make them. Courage is having the ability to face fear. Failure is an integral part of growth, but do not let fear of failure hold you back. Philosophy number 2, work hard. Steve Jobs said your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied in what you do is to believe what you do is great work. The only way to do this great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you will know it when you find it. For multiple generations, my family has served in uniform, and I've had every intention of following in their footsteps. But God had other plans for me, and there was a different path that I was meant to be on. All I could do was continue my search and trust in God that I would indeed know it when I found it. Several years ago, I was handed a project that I knew absolutely nothing about. I had no lifeline to call for help. I had 1,200 student veterans looking at me, dead in the eye, and they looked to me to make sure they received the entitlement that they were deserved. I felt completely overwhelmed, underprepared, and alone. But I had to figure it out, because their livelihood and their families were depending on me. Countless nights, weekends, and weeks on end, I researched every policy and procedure I could possibly find to provide these brave men and women who fought for me and who fought for you. And it was hard, and it was a lot of work. But what exactly is hard work? Compared to those whom I serve and what they have endured, my job doesn't even come close. Throughout my entire career, all I've ever wanted to do and all I ever strive for is to serve them. Like most of us who work in public service, hard work means long, grueling hours for weeks on end. For those who serve our country, hard work is being away from home, up to your elbows in dust, and facing an unknown enemy whose only mission is to harm you. Hard work is losing a limb, losing your best friend, or sometimes even worse. I've found that the best part of public service is the gratification of knowing what we are doing is morally and emotionally the right thing. And for me, that is why I always feel so compelled to do more, and thus it keeps me coming back day after day. Because if not me, then who? Philosophy number 3, fail big. Denzel Washington said, fail big. That is right. Fail really big. Today is the beginning of the rest of your life, and it can be frightening. Take chances professionally. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, the dreams without goals are just dreams that ultimately fuel disappointment. Those of you who know me well know that I am my own worst critic and an absolute perfectionist to my core. The famous quote from the movie Apollo 13, that failure is not an option, has been ingrained within me for as long as I can remember. Failure is frightening, but to learn and become a better person, failure is inevitable. During the most challenging years of my life, I wore a constant reminder around my neck, a simple gold necklace that was the shape of a rectangle, to remind myself to think outside the box. Thanks to someone who is much wiser than me, over the last few years, I've learned that failure is an integral part of our growth journey to realize our own worth. The journey is strenuous and most certainly a roller coaster of emotions, but the result is sweet in the end. So sure, I failed, and yes, it is absolutely terrifying, but I've come back stronger, I am wiser, and I'm a better person because of failure. Philosophy number 4, be kind and do good things. I will leave you with this. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. The art of kindness is one with an essence of helpfulness, being generous and considerate, and doing so without expecting anything in return. The act of doing good and giving kindness is a simple, free, positive, and healthy thing that every single one of us is capable of doing. Kind people know that life is hard, it's messy, it is complex, yet they understand that people are doing their absolute best with the tools, the resources, and the experiences that they carry. Remember that everyone that you meet is on a journey. What set our 41st president, George H.W. Bush, apart from others, and which should set us all apart as we embody his spirit and his legacy, is that we have an ethical credence to do the right thing always. Practicing kindness allows us to build supportive, helpful policies and structures in which each of us can live and thrive. Be kind, and doing good for others is a strength that drives us from me to we and provides the opportunity of loaning strength and support to our neighbors. If I can empower you to do one thing as you go off into your next chapter, I simply ask for you to uplift those around you. How will you be a beacon to others, be a light to others, and be of service to those around you? Thank you, and gig 'em.
Vanessa, as a small token of momentum of this time right now, we'd like to leave you with something right here. So. We're talking old school stuff, you know, both from Louisiana. Even though she went to Auburn and I went to Alabama, we won't say anything about that, though. I know it. And I'd forgotten about it, I'm old. Yeah, I wasn't dean then. Once again, let's give her a great hand. Thank you so much, Vanessa. Once again, Bush School graduates, congratulations. All graduates, please stand one more time and let us give you one last round of applause. Thank you. Graduates, know that as former students of the Bush School of Government and Public Service here at A&M, we encourage you and we challenge you to pursue excellence and that noble calling of public service. Continue working toward improving your community, your nation, and your world. Wherever your path may take you and wherever your feet may land, never understand the impact that you can make toward positively influencing and improving this world of ours. Additionally, we ask you to don't forget us. Stay engaged with us. We want to see you at alumni events, at lectures, at conferences, and don't ever hesitate to reconnect with us. I can tell you our faculty love having you come back to their classes and talk about your experiences. This is your home. You're part of the Bush School legacy, and this is your new family right here. Now, as we close our celebration, we ask the audience to remain seated until all of the students, the faculty, and the stage party have exited the auditorium and walked into the lobby. Students, stage party, and faculty, please go to the room where you'll be lined up. That's the presidential dining room for pictures. Again, congratulations, graduates. Thank you for attending this celebration. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you.